Hi, I'm Charles. Welcome. Welcome. We're a little bit early. I just wanted to get it going so that I could figure out what everything looks like and then change the layout if I want to. I think I might leave it as it is though. I think it looks okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hi everyone, welcome. How are you guys? How is everybody this morning slash night, should I say? Because it is evening for some. Just going to smoke this space, don't mind me. Oops. Taking a little while to catch on today. But no, I've been pretty well. I've had some like paranormal stuff happen in the house recently, which I wasn't prepared for, but it doesn't feel like I'm not scared or anything. I just think it's a family member. So I'm trying to kind of figure that out. But other than that, I am doing really well. I'm a little bit, what's the word? Like I'm still adjusting to this like full moon energy. I don't know if anybody else gets bothered by the full moon's energy, but I think it just messes with my sleep and my dreams just feel heavier at the moment. So I kind of wake up tired. And I know a lot of other people go through that too. It's just a lot of energy. Please help me to cleanse all negative energy, entities, and spirits from my body, from my cards, and from my home, so that I may offer clear, honest messages to the groups today. Let's leave that in the bear. 3:30 p.m. That's a nice time, Kay. Oh, welcome you guys. Well, it is 8:30, so let's get into it. I wanted to start a little bit early, just in case I needed to fix anything, and I think this setup is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and kick off our monthly love predictions readings, starting with Scorpio. So today I will be going live doing Scorpio's reading, Cancer's reading, and Pisces reading. And then tomorrow we're going to follow up with the fire signs, starting with Aries, then Leo, and Sagittarius as well. So these monthly predictions readings, I do a general one and then I do a love one. So today is love specific. We're looking at mid-October to mid-November. What can you expect? Starting with Scorpio. So let me just shuffle this oracle deck. And welcome everybody. From this oracle deck, I will be pulling 3 oracle cards, which will tell us the 3 main themes that Scorpio can expect to experience in love. And then I'm going to clarify with tarot, as I usually do in these videos, and then get advice for each of the themes as well. So Spirit, for Scorpio, in the month ahead, specifically looking at love, what can Scorpio expect in love from mid-October to mid-November? Oh, there we go. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay, interesting themes. Oh my days, look at that. You have Scorpio at the back of the deck. Okay, let's keep that in mind. We'll put that right here, actually. We'll swap these decks out. So your first card that came out was Waning Gibbous. Oh my days. So you have Waning Gibbous. You also have the second house. Excuse me for bumping this. You have the second house. And you have Waxing Crescent. So 2 moon cards. And we were just talking about the moon as well. Let me get my tarot deck ready. I feel like overall, with Scorpio at the back of your deck, the reason why I chose you guys first is because if you're a Sun Scorpio, it's going to be your birthday in the month ahead, so happy birthday. And I just feel like with your energy being at the back of the deck, it is important that in the month ahead you really use this month for you. And I think that this is either going to play out in a positive way, or it's going to feel very annoyingly oppressive if you're not getting the attention that you deserve. Whether you're a Scorpio sun or not, because I know we have some Scorpio Venuses and Scorpio moons today in the chat. I just feel like Scorpio at the back of your deck is really encouraging you when it comes to love to just play to your strengths, to know yourself, to be honest with yourself, and to reassess like how you're interacting with someone when it comes to love based on, are you being authentic with yourself? Because I almost see the Scorpio energy as you really stepping into your power in the month ahead, and when it comes to love specifically, trying to channel your truth in those connections. I see this translating in like a lot of different connections, so not just romance. I could see this playing out between your close people who you see regularly, whether these are family members or colleagues, whoever you spend a lot of your time with, they're going to notice a shift in your energy. And I do feel like this is you stepping into your space, who you are. And it's not about being perfect. It's not about feeling like you're the best version of yourself. It's just about honoring, like, if you're having a bad day, have a bad day. Don't pretend like you're okay. If you're having a great day, have a great day. Don't pretend like you're doing worse for somebody else. It does feel like in your love life, a lot of things that you have been working on are kind of culminating or climaxing, should I say, in the month ahead, because Scorpio, aside from being your sign, is a sign of transformation. And I feel like for you, it is this feeling of all this emotional work coming to a head in the month ahead. So let's have a look at your first theme here with waning gibbous reversed. It's a little bit of a frustrating feeling, that one, especially in reverse. It kind of feels like something that you've been waiting for is going to either happen in a way that you weren't entirely expecting, or it is happening because you've been waiting for it for so long and you had an active hand in making it happen. So I want to clarify with tarot, because I need to figure out whether you're expecting it or not. Because if it's happening because you're expecting it, it'll be something that you've been working on for a while, like think like weeks, at least a month. And if it's happening unexpected, it's because you've been distracted by other projects for the past couple of weeks. What is going on with this deck? It is me, but let's try that again. Clarify waning gibbous. Oh, welcome, Em. Thank you. Oh, welcome from Montreal. I love how diverse our chat ends up being. We're literally representing so many different corners of this world. So clarify waning gibbous for Scorpio, please, Spirit. What is this theme in love for the month ahead? We have the Nine of Pentacles. That's literally you feeling yourself. Feeling like, yeah, this is beautiful, actually. Let's get a few more cards, though, before I jump the gun. What can you tell us about this waning gibbous energy for Scorpio? It does feel like something you've put effort into, feeling good about yourself and trying to feel good about yourself. We have the Knight of Swords. I don't think we're going to take these two, but we'll take this one. The Page of Cups reversed. Clarify waning gibbous, Spirit. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups. That's cool. At the back of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. I'm going to swap these out. We'll put this deck over here and we'll take our little backup deck just in case I need to clarify. So this waning gibbous is beautiful. I do feel like for some of you, you have attention from someone, but you're not giving them your full attention. It's either you're making them work for it or you're just choosing not to focus on whatever the hell it is that they want. And I think that the reason, I'll clarify with the guidebook if there's any other messages, but I think that the main reason that waning gibbous is reversed is you're kind of telling your love interest or whoever it has, like, is giving you attention, because I'm going to be honest with you, this person isn't a secret. Like, they're very obviously attracted to you, but either you're not that interested in them because you have other choices, or there's just other things going on in your life and you're not trying to give them all your time and all your attention. And I do feel like the reason why waning gibbous is reversed is because you're looking at your love life in general as something that doesn't have your full attention. It seems to be something that you are actively, consciously choosing to kind of have next to another important project or situation. I will clarify with the guidebook just in case I am missing anything about that card. But with tarot, it's clearly showing me that you have a lot of options and choices when it comes to your emotional fulfillment, when it comes to seeking gratification. You're feeling very confident in yourself, but it's coming from a place of security, Scorpio. You're feeling secure enough in yourself to be able to put people in the waiting zone. You're not rushing to let them into your life, especially if they just started to show interest in you. You're kind of vetting them and putting them through a vetting process where you're like, okay, it's nice that you find me attractive, but I've got this going on as well. I've got that going on as well. You seem to just be preoccupying your time with other things, as well as the awareness that you have other people. So let me just have a look quickly. Is there anything that I've missed, Spirit, with the moon? It'll be from 112, which is in this deck. We've got our crescents. We need our gibbous, not the eclipse. I feel like there is a message in here. Waning, not waxing. Oh, I should have known. Okay. So, in shadow, we feel the pressure to perfect lessons or things missed during the full moon time. And we are in a full moon at the moment. So the question this card is associated to is, how do you ritualize integrating lessons? How do you make the most of your gifts of mental clarity and language? So I almost feel like this card is definitely you putting someone through a vetting process. In the upright, it represents communication and just trying to perfect a process. But I feel like in the reverse, you're kind of going, I've got something else going on for me. So if you want to come through, like come through strongly, confidently, and with some sort of clear intention with the Eight of Wands. You are attracting people towards you. I think, Scorpio, you're going to have multiple people interested in you in the month ahead if they haven't shown interest already. I see these two cards as people in your spread because it doesn't fit your energy. Although that Knight of Swords is you being distracted and the Page of Cups is you kind of just being very careful about catching feelings. Is there anything else I've missed with this waning gibbous theme? Yeah, literally, Kay, staying very unattached. Is there anything else I've missed? We have the Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, okay, so look at that, next to each other. I think that there's only one thing that you want, Scorpio. There's only one thing that you want, and if it's not coming through clearly, or if it's making you feel like an option, or if it's not the most like loudest voice in the room, you're not going to kind of go for it. The other thing I have is that some of you, and this may not be people who are watching live, but after we upload this video, I think some of you already have a significant other and you're getting attention from other people in the month ahead, and you're kind of taking it as a confidence boost, as a sign that you've really come into yourself and that any work and effort you've been putting towards feeling more secure in your appearance and in how you present yourself is paying off. But you're not taking it as like, I'm going to build a relationship with these people just because they're showing interest in me. You're being very specific and careful about how you catch feelings. That's what it feels like. Is there anything else they need to know about this waning gibbous? We have Judgment reversed. So I do think that your mind is on someone else. Can we know about this person, or will they show up later? Can we know about this person, or will they show up later, Spirit? Okay. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna ask later. They'll show up in a different theme, but there is somebody else who's very specific on your mind. So what is the closing advice for Scorpio when it comes to this theme? What is the closing advice for Scorpio when it comes to this theme? Okay. We have Protect Your Heart in the reverse position. Number 47. Interesting. The 11th could be significant. 11th of November. We have Inside Looking Out. 38 reversed. That's the number 11 again. And we have Death of the Deceitful reverse, the number 76, which reduces to 13. At the back of the deck, the Lonely Journey of the Priestess. So the advice cards are all saying that you've got somebody very specific on your mind, and your advice is stay true to what it is and who it is that you are really wanting to give your love to, because I think that this attention is affirming and it's helpful for a specific physical reason. I think you're seeing it as physical progress in what you've been trying to do, because it almost feels like some of you have been working on your image, or you've been trying to build your confidence, or you've been trying to feel better about yourself, and you've been making little differences and changes to your lifestyle. And I think this theme is really more about you feeling more secure within yourself because of the attention you're getting. So your advice here is to stay true to the path that you're on, even though at times there have been downs with the Lonely Journey of the Priestess card. I definitely feel like your heart is in a space where it's looking for something very specific, and not all of the people who are giving you attention can give you that. I also think with Death of the Deceitful here, you know, and you are going to be hyper aware of people who have dishonest intentions, of people who only want one thing from you. And I think you're being really called to stay true to that inner knowing, and to understand that not all attention is good attention, in that sense of sometimes people are only really interested in one thing and it doesn't seem to align with what you want. So I feel like I'm telling you things that you'll already know as the month progresses. Your advice is essentially to not let it sway you from the path that you're on, and to just take it as confirmation that you are on the right path. I do think with outside looking out, some of you are going to get this "is the grass greener on the other side" feeling, and you're going to be tempted to kind of suss out other options and entertain other people. But with Protect Your Heart reverse, just be very clear about what you want. Again, standing in your strong Scorpio energy, and don't be afraid to ask people and call people out for what they want, because I think you're going to get some people who will try to kind of be deceptive just to get something out of you. And it's just about you seeing through that and calling them out on it and protecting yourself from that kind of behavior if that's not what you're into. Because I think you're into something very specific, and I could see one person, at least with the Page of Cups, being able to kind of come through in a really soft, sweet way, but still not being able to emotionally fulfill what you're seeking right now. So that could be the most deceitful one, because they're not really coming across as a very kind of experienced sort of player, if that makes sense. They're more coming across as a sweet kind of naive energy, and you might underestimate that. So that's what we have for your first theme. Interesting theme. Happy birthday, Scorpio Suns. Let's have a look at your second theme now with the second house. So I am seeing this second house energy as you being kind of very focused in the month ahead. You seem to be focused on an event or something that's happening, because the second house for me is about the day-to-day, your kind of routine and short-term planning. So either something is being organized within the next month or two, or you're preparing for something big to happen. You could be getting busier in the next month. And when it comes to your love life, it's like you've got a list of priorities and you're just trying to focus on this, that, and this. Like, you're not trying to go beyond that. So I do see you guys getting a bit of tunnel vision for sure. I think the second house is also you craving more sentimental moments, more time with people who provoke a sentimental feeling from you, people who have very caring sort of tendencies, people who are sentimental themselves, even if you haven't known them for a long time. They're the kind of people that would like to go to museums and stuff instead of sort of going out every night, or the ones that have like really fond sort of you have fond experiences with. I almost feel like you're craving more intimate moments. But anyway, let's see what tarot can tell us as well. What is the second house theme for Scorpio when it comes to their love life, Spirit? Interesting. We have Judgment again reversed. So that's twice we've got repeat cards now. We also have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Is there anything else from this deck that we need to know? The Star and the Ten of Pentacles. They also showed me the Six of Wands. So I see you doing some pretty big things this year. Before the year's out, you are going to feel like you're in a good position financially. You're going to feel like your foundation is very secure and like you're building something with meaning. I think that a lot of the people that are watching this are looking for stability and connection. And I do think that maybe that wasn't always the case this year, especially if you're single. Maybe you were just looking for fun and you were kind of engaging with a lot of people. But I think that in the month ahead, you're looking for consistency. You're looking for people that can offer you something with like action behind it. You don't just want promises. And I think with the Star card, there is a wish here that you're either making, like a realization of you making a wish and really working towards that wish in love, or there's a feeling of somebody coming through as your wish fulfillment in the month ahead. So it really depends, because if they're coming through as your wish fulfillment, they've already got a toe in your love life now. Like they're not a complete stranger to you now. So if you don't have anybody, I feel like you're going to be very clear in the month ahead about who it is that you want, how you expect them to treat you, and the kind of lifestyle you expect to lead with them. I do see a fortunate change of events here, and I think that it's not exactly what you were prepared for. With the Five of Pentacles reversed, it's a feeling of how can you know when you've never had it. This feels like something that you've secretly wanted, but you've never really experienced in this kind of depth. It's something that you may have wished for, but you couldn't really hash out the finer details because I don't think you've experienced it yet. I also think with Judgment reversed, there is this feeling of like coming back. So for some of you, it could resonate as someone who has been away for some time and they are coming back. But I'm getting more of this weird feeling like when you were younger, this is what you idealized in love. And now, like, as you got older, it maybe your expectations had to change because of your disappointments in love. But you're coming back into a sense of, I can have this, it is possible, and I'm feeling it again. And it's different this time, but it's different in a good way. So I do think that there is a lot happening here in this theme. And I think that that's why you're just trying to go day to day, because there's a lot of internal shifts. There's a strong feeling of you trying to mentally prepare for this big future that you have planned with your dream person, especially if they are in your life. I think in the month ahead, you're going to be really focusing on building the future that you want with each other and trying to take advantage of all the opportunities you have with each other. I see a lot of you trying to get to know someone better. And I do think we need to ask about this person, because I usually do that in my love readings. Look at that. At the back of the deck was the Lovers card. Who is this person, Spirit? Who is this person to Sagittarius? Oh my days, to Scorpio. Who is this person to Scorpio, please, Spirit? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Who is this person, Spirit? We have the Seven of Swords upright. Who is this person, Spirit? That's weird. We have the Emperor. I'm going to take those because they didn't flip over. Who is this person, Spirit, to Scorpio? How would you describe them? And we have the Eight of Cups reversed. We also have the Four of Wands. So I do think there's a physical distance for some of you. This person lives in a different city, or they may travel a lot with that Wheel of Fortune, and in the month ahead, they've got more opportunities to see you. I think that you are still getting to either know them at this point, or there's going to be time apart in the month ahead, because it does feel like this person is quite a dominant energy for the Emperor to come out, but communication with them is something that you need to be very clear on, either because of the physical distance or because you're really trying to be clear on what you want with this person and you're still getting to know them. I do think with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, this person may be a bit clingy, or they just have this kind of desire to kind of be around you a lot, or they kind of message you constantly. I think communication is being highlighted as very tricky for the Seven of Swords to be here. I don't see them as a trickster, but I feel like communication with them is tricky. Spirit's highlighting a communication issue or just a communication kind of problem. I do think that the Emperor is here to tell us either they have strong leadership qualities or they're a very kind of mature person. I don't necessarily see them as an Aries, but I see them as being someone that kind of likes to feel like they're in control, like they're in power. I also see them as someone that is trying to make something for themselves right now, and they may be very focused on either gaining status or trying to kind of build more of a presence and kind of feel more renowned or known for some of you. I do believe this person already has a soft spot in your heart. Like, I think a lot of you already have feelings for this person, and there is this feeling of there was time apart or there will be time apart in the month ahead to help you understand who they are. I definitely think that there are feelings already, though. Look at that King of Cups in the middle of the deck. So I feel like this is somebody who you're going to get the chance to kind of move things forward with them in the month ahead, Scorpio. It is about learning from what hasn't worked previously, and that's within your love life as an individual, as well as within the connection up until this moment. There is this feeling of making the most out of the time you have together and making sure that you're getting your needs met with that Five of Pentacles. I do see you laying down some sort of foundation and planning for the future here, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. Someone may be very work focused in general, but I think the goal here is to build together. And I think we're taking baby steps and planning something in the near future with them. So let's have a look at the advice for this theme. What advice do you have for Scorpio, please, Spirit, when it comes to the second theme? What advice do you have for Scorpio? We have dependency coming out reversed. And we also have what is hidden will be revealed reversed. One more card for advice. Oops, it's on the ground. Yeah. We have the Twin card. Oh my gosh, look at that. And we had Lovers at the back of the deck. Your dreams are closer than you think. At the back of this deck, we have a Scorpio exploration. Oh my days. Cosmic exploration. Scorpio is like right on the tip of my tongue. It's crazy. Maybe because I accidentally said Sagittarius before. But anyway, I think that the advice is pretty straightforward with this dependency card reverse. There is a strong feeling of you prioritizing this person a lot in the month ahead, but I think that the goal here is to think more long term. Take advantage of the opportunities you have with them if they aren't always here, but I also think that you need to consider a better sort of long-term plan in consistency if this is a relationship you're wanting to build strong foundations for. I also think that this dependency card is working on that communication issue, because somebody is having a hard time trusting the other person with that Seven of Swords. We are assuming that when we're not talking to each other, the other person is just running amok and doing whatever they want. And I do think that there either needs to be more discussions about that and kind of solidifying the trust in this connection by filling in the gaps of insecurity and concern. But I also think that for some of you, it's about setting some sort of routine in place when it comes to communication. Well, you're free at this time, I'm free at that time. While we're away, why don't we call each other at that time each day or every other day? Whatever it is, it's like we're accidentally drawing conclusions because of inconsistent or tricky communication. And I don't think it's a fair conclusion. I think it's just jumping to conclusions and drawing lines of assumption based on the emptiness of those gaps. So try to fill those gaps with consistent, clear, truthful information. Now, Twin reversed is interesting. I almost feel like Spirit is saying don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that's not to say that you shouldn't think of a future with this person. It's more about you, your goals, and everything else that you're working on. Don't put all your eggs in this one basket of your life. Your love life doesn't seem to be the main focus in the month ahead, although it is a very strong theme for you. There's some really compelling energies here. I still think that you've got something else going on that for you that should be priority. I also think with this, your dreams are closer than you think. There is a feeling of growing out of an old cycle, or eclipsing a standard that you felt trapped in once before. I almost feel like you're trying to reset the bar here and kind of rethink about how your love life should look. I almost feel like you've got to kind of break a mold here and look for something broader, or something that is more akin to what you wanted when you were younger, something more than what you've recently experienced in love. I also think with what is hidden will be revealed. There is a strong feeling of you have the answers in front of you, you just have to ask for them. I think that's why communication is so important, because if you are unsure about anything with this person that you're dealing with in love, just ask them, ask them, ask them, ask them. Don't let it get to the point where you're just festering in the unknown and feeling very unsure of whether you can trust them. I feel like the answers are right there. You just need to ask. So that's what I'm seeing for that theme. Let us keep going to your last theme. I realize that the glare over here is really bad, so I'll do my best to show you all the cards as I lay them down. We have waxing crescent moon in the reverse position as your third and final theme. Oh, thank you so much, Olive. Welcome. Thank you for joining us just for a brief moment. Thank you so much. So this waxing crescent moon energy, it does feel like something is coming. I mean, over here it felt like something was coming full circle, but this was more of like perfecting an energy. The way that this feels like it's coming into full circle is that I think you're realizing more about what you want when it comes to love, and you're realizing that it's not exactly what you thought you wanted. So it almost feels like you have the chance to readjust and to maybe reconsider how you are treating your love life, or how you are acting towards someone that you're interested in. Very weird message. Let's get some tarot to clarify before I jump to conclusions, because I don't want to trigger my Scorpios in their birthday month. I just dropped like 3 cards on the ground. Okay, Spirit. What is this waxing crescent theme about for Scorpio? We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Oh my god. You guys. Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. These readings are so much more fun when I do them live with you. Your energy, even for those who like don't comment anything, like I'm just grateful for your energy. It is so much better doing them live with you instead of it just being me in the room. Oh, clarify this waxing crescent energy for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venuses. We have the Nine of Wands. Interesting. And we also have the Two of Pentacles. I'm not going to keep going with this deck. We'll clarify with the other deck. At the back of the deck, we have Strength. So, you know what I'm seeing? I feel like this waxing crescent is reversed, because in a usual situation, it would be that the energy is gaining momentum. But for you, I feel like you're pumping the brakes and you're reassessing. And you're going, is this a red flag? Is that behavior that I shouldn't be accepting? I think that someone in your energy, and this doesn't have to be a romantic love interest, it could be someone that you care about deeply. I'm even getting sibling vibes over here, or someone that knows you like a sibling. Someone is treating you in a way where you're having to go full stop, red flag, change your behavior. I don't accept that kind of behavior around me. I see you really standing up for yourself over here and putting someone in their place. And it doesn't feel like an argument. It doesn't feel like a confrontation. It feels more like if we want this relationship to thrive and continue, we have to treat each other better. And I do see you being accountable as well. I see you acknowledging your own anger issues or your own kind of frustrations and spite. Like, you're looking at yourself and going, I'm not perfect, but you need to fix yourself too, sweets. Like, you can't keep treating me like this. I think some of this has to do with you trying to get your priorities straight as well, because I think that this may be behavior that you let slip in the past, But I also think that this is representative of that overall theme of you feeling more secure in who you are, of you feeling more accomplished, and of you trying to really create this beautiful future that you want for yourself. And as you sort of tick these boxes and really build your confidence and how you see yourself, you're recognizing how those around you, especially those nearest and dearest to you, are sometimes clashing with this growth energy. And so I feel like you are putting someone in their place here. And I could see how with the Two of Pentacles reversed, it's not just like the straw, it's the case of the straw that broke the camel's back. It's not just a one-off situation. It feels like this is something that they do a lot, and you're having to kind of pull them up on it in the month ahead. Oops, oh my days. There we go. Please clarify this energy, Spirit. Is there anything that I've missed with this waxing crescent? There's a message in the guidebook for this, apparently, but we'll have a look at that after I pull some more tarot. Is there anything I've missed? We have the World card. Yeah, you're completing a major karmic lesson here, and it has to do with you feeling more accomplished. You feel really good about yourself, Scorpio, and I feel like this is really helping you see yourself in a more secure light. Like, you're very aware of your worth and how hard you've worked to get to where you are, and it's showing in how you let people treat you. You're protecting yourself from impulsive, inconsistent, selfish behavior, people who only think about themselves. And it's not like they're narcissists or anything. It's just people who don't think before they speak, people who aren't thinking before they act, who just do things because they think it's funny and it's about how it feels for them. You're kind of pulling people up on that and going, you know what, I don't deserve this. Is there anything else Scorpio needs to know about this theme? I definitely see you putting somebody in their place who you may have even had a crush on in the past, or that you may have been hooking up with them in the past, because this Knight of Wands energy is someone who basically got away with doing whatever they wanted. And at the time it was exciting for you, but now it's like, I don't need that anymore. I've outgrown that situation. Is there anything else you can tell them about this waxing crescent energy? Okay, we have two more cards. The Three of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Nine of Swords upright. Yeah, the back of the deck is that Page of Wands reversed. I definitely feel like you're cutting someone off over here. If they were a romantic love interest, but they never kind of got to a point where they could give you what you wanted, I see you cutting that person off because you don't want to waste your energy on them anymore. But I also think that you're keeping someone exactly where they should be, and it's kind of in your past. I almost see how someone who used to be so intertwined in your energy, almost like you're obsessed with them, is literally just being stopped now. Like, I literally see like a roadblock. They can't keep going forward. I think that this person still admires you, but I'm getting the word secret come to mind with that Three of Pentacles reversed. I'm hearing you don't know me like that anymore. So I feel like this waxing crescent is something that you're trying to kind of keep to yourself, because it feels like you are involved with somebody else now, and you don't want them to know that part of you. You don't want them to see like that. Even though it's a real sense of achievement, it's a reflection of how much you've grown and how much you've learned about yourself and everything that you've been through to get to where you are today. It's like you're trying to protect somebody else from who you were. And this person is a reflection of who you were, this Knight of Wands energy. The Nine of Swords upright. I do wonder if you've kind of come into, in the month ahead, there may be a moment here where you are very anxious about other people finding out about this. Like, I almost feel like you're worried about how others are going to see you if they find this out. So I almost see you being really hard on yourself over here, Scorpio, and just kind of getting to a point where you're very anxious about the right person finding out about this. I do want to clarify from the guidebook to see if there's anything else that I've missed. We're looking for waxing crescent. So it'll be at the start of this. Or is it? There we go. So key terms: expansion, assertion of vision, focus, slow building of energy. But in shadow, the waxing crescent is sometimes weighed down by memories of the past cycle. Yes, it definitely feels like you're being haunted by something that happened in the past here, and you're trying to keep this person a secret from something else that you're building, from someone else that you're more focused on now. So what is the advice for Scorpio with this waxing crescent energy? Okay, we have scry mirror. Look for the answers you are seeking and be aware. So the way that you scry in a mirror is, well, to be honest, I've never, actually, I think I've done it 1 or 2 times. It's not my go-to form of divination. Mirrors for me, I'm just very superstitious about them, but I love watching other people do it. And the goal is to kind of let your eyes kind of unfocus and to just connect with, you don't want to do this in a bright room. You want to do this in kind of like a comfortable lighting that's kind of like this, I guess, not too bright. And you want to let your eyes unfocus and just let your intuition guide you to see things in the mirror. And I think the goal here is that when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, it's more so about reflecting on the lessons and the clarity that those experiences have given you. Don't feel like you need to beat yourself up and hyper fixate on the flaws of your past behavior. I feel like your biggest advice with that scry mirror is to focus on the right things. And the truth is, this is a reflection of who you were. It doesn't have to be a projection of who you will always be. So let us get more advice for you on this final theme. We have cast your sacred symbols, the number 63. So protect yourself before you wreck yourself. I think this is about you really putting up that stop sign and going, is this really something that I want to continue? Is this something that I want to let back into my life? And I do see you getting very protective, but I also think that you need to consider how different you are and protecting from that standpoint, not protecting from embarrassment, shame, or guilt, but protecting from a standpoint of, I've worked so hard to get to where I am today, and I don't deserve this now. That's the kind of language, just to be kinder to yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty for who you used to be. We all got to learn and grow somehow. And your last card we have is Party Leader. So I do think that there are people who love and trust you enough to be able to accept who you are and who you were. And I think that this Party Leader card is encouraging you to open up to people you feel safe talking to. I think that you're trying too hard to manifest this kind of perfect image in the month ahead, especially trying to impress somebody that you are really starting to develop feelings for. And I do think that this theme is something that you're letting get the better of you, haunt you, when actually this theme is more about you realizing how far you've come and keeping on this journey, readjusting where necessary, if necessary, but not kind of beating yourself up and pretending to be 2 different people. I think you should almost wear this experience as a badge of honor of how far you've come and what you've been able to develop for yourself. That Party Leader is an empowering energy of celebration and just really spearheading the point of view that people see this part of your life as, showing it as something that you're not afraid of, you're not ashamed of, you don't feel guilty about. It's literally a reflection of human nature, and it's not exactly who you are now, but it doesn't need to be something that you should feel embarrassed about either. At the back of the deck, we have laughing and crying. So I do think that it's up to you how you tell this story. You control the narrative. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio, when it comes to your love life from mid-October to mid-November. I hope this was helpful for you. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to read for you, Scorpio. I'm so glad we got to do you first this month. And I wish you a prosperous, abundant, happy, joyful month ahead. If it isn't, don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep on keeping on. Look after your beautiful selves, and I shall connect with you in another video. I'm going to end your live stream, and I'm going to start Cancers in the next 10 minutes. So if you have any Cancer placements, I shall see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video. Bye!